Hi, it's the Tiny One Slash Bishie, and this is day 13 of vlogmas. And I'm wearing my Disgruntled Employee of the Month shirt. I'm tired. What else is new? Let's see what tea we have for today. Hopefully it's correct. It's not, portrait. It's landscape. Hello, 13. Ooh, it's purple. And it's a $15 coupon. Juggalots. I guess that's a jug of tea. I don't know. When I went to a 2T, all I want to do is check this out. Ooh, this looks interesting. French Earl Grey. Let's see. Earl Grey gets a French twist, which is oh so fruity. A medium-bodied black tea base with pretty petals and notes of fruit that play with classic bergamot in an inspiring, bold, and refined infusion. Perfect on its own. Okay, this is for 2 to 3 minutes. Let's see what the ingredients are. Someone's getting in trouble. Okay, we got black tea, natural and artificial flavor, hibiscus, sunflower petals, rose petals, and mallow flowers. Alright, let's get to steeping. Smells very good. Alrighty. I didn't mean to slurp. I'm sorry. Okay, it's good. It does give a bit of a fruitiness to Earl Grey. Now, I gotta admit, I didn't start drinking and enjoying tea until after I started watching the Black Butler anime. Seeing CL drink it and all that, it just wanted me to try it. And then I think seeing CL and then seeing Alois, even though they never really said what Alois's teas were, I thought, well, you probably drink them too. Ironically, though, it took me a while to catch on that the same Earl Grey tea that I was liking was the same tea that Jean-Luc Picard from Star Trek The Next Generation would get. Earl Grey tea hot. And it's like, when I finally realized this. Anyways, let's today talk about some of my favorite authors and some of my favorite books. I don't want this to be too long, but this is me, so we know it's going to be long. Sorry. First off, we're going to start with Michael Crichton. And the first book of Michael Crichton's I ever read was, of course, Jurassic Park. And I think, I'm trying to remember if I saw the movie first and then read the book. It was a very long time ago. I don't remember. But actually, I think I read the book first because I remember I had the original book. Do I still have it? No, I don't think I do. But anyways, I had the original book, and then when the movie came out, there was a change in the books, and instead the books would say based off the movie by Michael Crichton, and so there were books made off the movie instead of movies made off the book. It was, I don't know, even the book cover was different and everything. But he kind of piqued my interest in, in reading. Some of the other stuff that I've read of his, I have it up here so I don't have to remember it. He's done quite a few books. I've read Congo. which Congo was kind of like, it was okay. I kind of like the movie better. Sphere was a good one. I've read the book and seen the movie. Of course, I've seen Lost World. Of course, I've seen the other consecutive Jurassic. The only other Jurassic Park movies I haven't seen is the very last one, but hopefully I can fix that. Prey is another good one. Prey is on my shelf. That's about, let me remember. My memory's not so good. Oh yeah, this is about, this is the book about what happens with the development of science and technology, you know, like nanite technology, genetic engineering, and artificial intelligence, that sort of stuff. It's a really good read. Don't want to say too much to give it away and then spoil it. The most recent one that I got was from my OneDrive, is it? Let me see, I have the program here. It is Overdrive, that's what it is. It's a program for libraries. You can get it like an audiobook or an ebook on your phone or on your computer, and then you can read it or listen to it whenever you want without actually having to go to the library. It kind of sucks where I'm at because the libraries don't have a lot of the stuff that I would like to read, and so I have to get whatever it is from other sources, but it's still good. I was able to listen to the book Dragon Teeth, which is also by Michael Crichton, and that's about paleontology and when it was like early back in the like the Western days, and how you have to be careful, you have to make sure you don't get caught by Indians, that sort of thing. It's a real interesting read. And then, of course, he has some nonfiction books like Travels and Jasper Johns that I want to try and find so I can read too. Also, interesting enough, he was the creator, writer, and executive producer for the show ER from 1994 to 2009. And one of the things that he had first studied to be was in the medical field before he actually became a writer. And what was that one book? Andromeda Strain was another good one that that he did. And where's that one book? Ears of the Dead is another good one. A Case of Need, that's what it is. That is more about the medical field and medical aspect of thing. So another author who I've just read through 2 of her books so far, but she is a really good author, is what is her name? Come up. There it is. Laurell K. Hamilton. And I'll go ahead and link, you know, all the wiki pages to these authors so you can go through the list of their works and see which ones that you might enjoy for yourself. She's written quite a few stuff, but even done some Marvel Comics series. That's interesting. I didn't know that. But one of her series that I'm slowly reading through is her Anita Blake Vampire Hunter series. And so far I've read Guilty Pleasures, which is of course the first book, and then the second book, which is The Laughing Corpse. And then there's actually 26 different books in that particular series. So, and it's real interesting. Anita Blake is a very interesting character, and hopefully at some point I'll get to find more of the books so that I can read and continue on with her story and see what else happens to her. Another big author that let's see if I can put this down a bit more. Another big author that I really, really enjoy, who you might know, is Stephen King. And Stephen King, of course, has so many book titles under his belt, so many different collections, nonfiction, movies that were made off his works. I'm trying to think of what the first... I'm trying to think of what the first book from Stephen King that I read. I think it was Carrie. It was either Carrie or Firestarter. It was one of those. And then later on I read Christine. And later on a friend I lived with had me both... When I was terrified of clowns, he had me both read it and then watch the movie. I don't know. Cujo, I just can't. I can't. One, I'm not a dog person. Two, the thought of dog attacking is terrifying. Even though the dog is being taken over by the rabies virus, it's just, no, not for me. It's also, I can't get through Pet Sematary, because I start to get through it, especially because they have the guy that Fred Gwynne, I think it is. I gotta look him up real quick, or else, because I don't want to be wrong. It would help if I didn't spell it wrong. Yeah, Fred Gwynne, who is in Pet Sematary. And I started watching it, and then I get to the point where the kid gets run over, and I just have to turn it off. It's like, nope, I can't handle this no more. Oh, excuse me. One thing, though, is I started reading his, and I've seen the movie Misery, that's another thing. I've also seen, what was the other one? The Green Mile. That was a good one. I trying to see if there's any others I miss. No. I'm slowly going through his Dark Tower series, but when he gets to, I think it's the fourth book, Wizard in Glass, when he starts talking, it's either Wizard in Glass or the fifth book, Wolves of the Kala, where he starts talking about his past. It just comes off as really super boring to me, unfortunately, and it's hard to move on. It's like I had to take a big break after I finished that book, and then I just haven't been able to get back to it. I think I'm on the sixth book currently, Song of Susanna. But I do want to finish it at some point. I haven't seen the Dark Tower movie, because I have not heard good things about it, and I know at some point I should watch it just to make a, make a decision for myself if I like it or not, but the current time, nah, I'll just wait. Maybe if it comes up on like Netflix or Hulu, then sure. Let's see. Another good author, and this author was actually introduced to me by the Junk Boy, and that's Darren Shan. And we were first introduced to him through his Cirque du Freak series. Do not watch the movie. The movie decides, let's take all these books in the series and mash in one movie so it's confusing and you have no idea what's going on. Oh, and let's cut out certain important characters too. Now, they should have done it like Harry Potter. One movie per book. Yeah, it will take a while, but dude, if it's popular, I mean, the book series is popular. Can you imagine what the movie series would be like? That is, no, remember, I don't believe in reboots, because some reboots of popular stuff can be super bad, but Cirque du Freak needs a reboot badly. Do it better. Do it better. But yeah, right now I've gone through, and the Cirque du Freak series is like broken down into different trilogies. And I think I'm currently in the I think I'm on the third trilogy, because it goes the Vampire Blood trilogy, the Vampire Rights trilogy, the Vampire War trilogy, and then the Vampire Destiny trilogy. And then I think I'm on the Vampire War trilogy right now, where they're trying to find the Vampire King and all that. Oh, excuse me. And then he has so many other books that he's written. He's got the Demonta series, which is a 10-book series. He has the City trilogy, which is only 3. He has the Saga of Lauren Crepsley, which is 4 books. And he has Zombie, which is a zombie series, nothing to do with vampires. And that's a 12-book series. I've listened to the first book, and I love it. I'm hooked. I'm trying to find the other books, too. And then, of course, he has different spin-off stories, some standalone books, like The Thin Executioner, Lady of Shades, that sort of stuff. And he also has his Cirque du Freak series, and some of his other novels are also in graphic novel format, which I think is really, really cool. So, because you can see, you know, you can read and then you can see what some of these characters look like. You know, like Mr. Tiny, or, you know, some of the other characters. My mind is blanking right now. Hold on, I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up. Of course, it's not going to... Oh, that's it. With the graphic novels, you get to see what Harkat molds look like. You know, the little person. I think that'd be really interesting. It'd also probably make a really good cosplay for those who wouldn't recognize the series. And then the last book that I want to talk about is actually one of my favorite books. And that's the book Phantom by Susan K. I originally had a copy, and then I lost it. Here, let's move that so I can have more light on my face. And I was able to get it again, and I'm so happy. This is a book that I've read, and then I read Phantom of the Opera. And actually, I read Phantom of the Opera first, which we'll probably get to on another day, but that's one of my favorite musicals. And Phantom tells the story of Eric slightly before he was born, and then the events that led up to him being in the opera house and Christine, basically telling things from his side of the story. And then, it's been a while since I read it, but I think towards the end it starts, it picks up a bit from Raoul's expected? Raoul? My brain is... but yeah, it's a super interesting book. If you are into family opera, I would suggest you find it and read it. It's currently on Amazon for $20 because it's an old book. A lot of times these are out of print, but you can get a hardcover for $1.79. Or you can get, if you got Kindle Unlimited, it's free. So, not sponsored, but just want to help you guys find some good reads. Especially if you have something nice to drink. It's cold, you get to curl up with a blanket and have a good book. Unfortunately, my pain has gotten to the point where I have a hard time holding books for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I can hold them for a short time and then my hands just start cramping up and it's painful to do. But thankfully, I have stuff like computer and a smartphone. I have a Kindle. I have the Kindle app. So I can just have my phone on the surface and just scroll or flip whenever I need to go to the next page. Or I can just listen to it. You know, whatever my pain level is at and whatever will allow me to do. And I'll still be able to enjoy a good book. So anyways, I knew I'd be long. That's all for now. Thank you for watching. What is your I'd love to talk. What are some of your favorite books or book series? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Anyways, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. I was going to try to stop the recording with the little arrow for the mouse. Oh my god. I don't know what I'm doing. Bye.